Hi guys, and welcome to Creations by Autumn. Today we're going to be going over or doing a little craft on a pallet board. This is actually the inside of the pallet board. I liked the depth of the inside of the pallet board, so I wanted to do a little design on this one. This particular side I did not wax, so we're going to see how that works out. It is always good to wax any raw wood that you have. I usually wax the night before, but I kind of wanted to get on here and do something for you guys before, because I had a little bit of time left and I wanted to show you guys some things. So, I'm going to be using this C-size transfer. If you see how big this plastic is, that's how big the C-size transfer is. If you look at this one, this is our A-size transfer. It's a little bit smaller. And then we have B-size transfer, that size. And then the C size, and then also a D size. We're going to be working with right now a C size. So, I'm going to open this up to get started for the peel and prep process. So, let's see what pieces I would want. I'm going to use this one, and probably that one. Yeah. So I'm going to have to get some scissors so I can cut that. And then we'll go from there. Got some scissors in my pockets. And we'll start cutting. All right, there we go. So I'll put that to the side. Put my scissors away. Get a little bit of a measurement out here and see how I want this to be. I think that will be good. So, our next step is the fuzzing process. So we'll lay it down. Put this to the side first, so y'all can see me fuzzing. You'll peel up from top to bottom. This is a newer transfer, so I'm going to fuzz a few times to make sure everything I have enough fuzz on the adhesive. So we want to make sure we fuzz a good amount so that our adhesive can, so we'll have enough fuzz on the adhesive. This is our fuzzing cloth. You don't necessarily have to have one of these. You can fuzz on anything like a terry cloth towel, anything like that. That'll work. Alright, so let's place this in the middle. I'm going to make sure especially for the grooves of this, for that dip in there, I want to make sure I don't, because usually on pallet boards, sometimes it'll bleed through, and with that being a really deep groove, I feel like that'll bleed through a lot. So, I might could find something else to put along the side. Off on the side, or no, I might could It might work out. Okay. It might work out okay. Maybe I could scoot it up. No. We'll try it. We'll give it a try. Doesn't hurt to try, right? And let's fuzz the fork. Where did my fuzzing cloth? Get the fork nice and fuzz. I've used the fork before, so it shouldn't need too much fuzzing. Alright, and let's get the spoon taken care of. I've used the spoon also, so I'm just going to go a couple times on the fuzzing cloth. And then lay it. Probably should have did the fuzzing. Get the fork above. This one below because I had enough space. And yeah, I do recommend that you do wax, especially if you're using any type of wood like this. But since I just recently went ahead and just purchased it, I just wanted to show you guys a little something over the holiday weekend. Alright, so what we're going to do is get our stair sticks for our paste. I had a few in my pocket already. And stir it up to a nice yogurt or sour cream consistency, like I've always mentioned in any of the past videos. You have to make sure your paste is at a sour cream or yogurt consistency to keep that it'll go on smoothly onto your transfers and your surfaces. You don't want it to be thick or chunky, because that will not work out in the best of ways for your surface. So, alright, let's get started. So, I'm gonna get our squeegees. We have a bigger size squeegees. These are our bigger sized squeegees, and we actually have smaller sizes, our mini sizes that come in a pack, which are nice to use. Always nice to use. I'm going to start right down here on the go over really nice and evenly with not too much, because I don't want it to bleed. So I'm going to go over just really evenly with the paste, not too much to where it'll, what I mean by bleed is bleed through the holes or the grooves of the palette, because it can get through there and get a real big mess. And it kind of bleeds and then it blends like really badly. Alright. So I'm going to put that to the side, so we can try to lift this up and see how it's going to turn out. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, and what I mean by bleeding is, see where it, I don't know if you can see it, I might can scoot it up a little bit. See where it is like really wet. in between these cracks, sometimes it can bleed to where it will smudge all the way across. But what you can do is blow dry each section, which helps out a lot. You can blow dry each section or leave it like that. If it's not too big, you can possibly leave it like that and then just blow dry at the end. And then it will possibly, it won't be so bad. But if you feel like it's kind of making you a little nervous, you can go ahead and blow dry each section that you do. Usually I do that, like I'll blow dry each section to make sure. And like with the palette boards, you just go over it really gently with that, just enough to where you can make out the shape of the object. And then just take the excess off immediately. So then you won't really have to worry about like any bleeding because maybe you're taking too long or anything like that. So let's go ahead and check this one. Remember, you peel from the middle, straight up. Okay, see? It's also the same thing for this one. Like it's a little bit in the grooves, but we did it light enough to where it's okay. It'll dry like that and look completely fine. It's not bleeding all the way across, which is okay. So let's go ahead and get this. What I'm going to do with this though is I'm going to do the top portion. Yeah. See, with this section, it's a little bit in the cracks of everything. It's a little bit deeper, so it might bleed a little quicker. And we don't want that, so I'm going to just go over it really nicely. Do my bottom section real quick. Be really quick with it. But not too quick to where you don't get everything you need covered up. Still make sure you get everything covered and be consistent with everything that you have. And make sure then I'm going to go straight across this. I feel like that's going to be our main spot right there. Is where it's going to be a bleeding area. I feel like alright, so I'm going to put that to the side and get my silver done really quickly. Now the shimmer paste is, to me, a little thin. I don't know about any of the other designers, but it is a little bit, it's a thinner paste. Because it has like the shimmer in it, but we're still doing the same exact thing, just Nice and easy across every area. And then get all your excess up. Alright, now we can take a look-see at what we might have. We can do that. Looked like it needed a little bit more attention. Alright, now we can try. And the F. Alright, so I'm going to lay right here down just a little bit. Top of the edge just to see. It kind of helped out a little bit. Let's see. And you just paste down and lay down and fix as much as you feel like you need to, and it'll work out. I'm gonna go ahead and do this right here. You don't want to spend too much time on making sure, because you don't want other areas like on your transfer to dry. But I'm just trying to show you guys some ways that you could possibly fix it in a quicker manner, or a faster manner maybe, without being without leaving your transfers on for so long. All right, let's go ahead and reveal. So not bad at all, you guys. It's not bad at all. It's actually, for me not waxing it and doing it like this, it actually turned out a whole lot better than what I thought it would. Being on the palette, you have to definitely make sure that it's not just within the grooves of everything. That it's not bleeding through or anything like that, because it will definitely, once it starts to bleed, it could possibly, if it's too much paste, it could possibly start bleeding throughout the cracks of the palette. And that's something that you do not want to happen. So just making sure that you're, going over it nicely to where it won't be so wet. Like a nice, when you lay your transfer down, a nice little layer just nicely, smoothly across the transfer will be perfect, especially when you're using palettes. It's so that it won't be so much and on that one palette to where it'll just bleed all the way through everything and mess up. So that's just a little bit of information I have on the palette boards. If you have any questions, you can definitely comment comment below, message me, anything. If you have any questions about the pallet boards or need more information on pallet boards, I would definitely love to help you guys out and give you a little more information on pallet boards, or how to, anything that you have specifically, if it's specifically on that. If you have any other questions, also, you can definitely message me about that. If it's not anything, if it's anything else, you don't have to directly message me about just the pallet boards, but anything else, then we can definitely talk about. Also, if you would like to join my team, you can comment join. If you would like to get more information or about the Chalk Couture Club Couture, you can comment club and I can give you more information, or we can get you signed up, however you would like to do that. And also, you can follow me on Instagram at Creations by Autumn 1. And that'll give you information. And later on, I'll give you more information on other things that you can see me do, work with. And if you would like to have any of the products that I'm working with, or would like to purchase any of the products just to try yourself at home, I will have my chalk site in the description. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will definitely see you next time. I hope you have a great weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.